Hello, and welcome to Gamer Premonitions, Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm your host, Dan Video Games, and with me today, as always, is KZ Excellent from kzexcellent.com. How you doing, buddy? And Mr. Feel from Mr. Feel's Wild Ride. How's it going?
Bang, bang.
And of course, Bob.
Hey, guys.
From GigaBoots.com. Bob, your greeting is very impactful, but I doubt it lacks the bang that the other two's greetings. So.
Yeah, I feel like I really couldn't follow those up well, so I did the regular.
That's true. They were coming in at 11. You couldn't possibly go to a 12. Well, as you all know, on this podcast, we talk about what's going to be in Kingdom Hearts 3, and we figured that out by watching the Disney movies that these worlds are based on. Today's episode is about Tangled. So we rewatched Tangled, and now we're going to tell you via our Gamer Premonitions what's going to be in Kingdom Hearts 3. But before we talk about our premonitions, we need to review the movies. But before we talk about our premonitions, we need to review the movie. And before we review the movie, Mr. Feel has to tell us, what is the movie Tangled?
Tangled is a 2010 computer animated film from Walt Disney Animated Studios. In this film, the evil Gothel kidnaps the newborn princess of the Corona Kingdom, Rapunzel, in order to use her magical hair to keep her forever young. Rapunzel lives her entire life locked away in the tower Gothel built for her, the only easy way in or out being Rapunzel's 40-foot-long, semi-prehensile hair, which is probably a fetish. However, when a handsome rogue named Flynn sneaks into the tower, the now-adult Rapunzel sees him as her ticket to freedom and adventure. Barefooted adventure, which is definitely a fetish. So, Dan, what did you think of Tangled?
Thanks for that awesome synopsis, Mr. Feel. Tangled is a pretty all-right movie. Once again, we use a whole point scale, so I have to give this movie a 2 out of 4 because it's not quite a 3. Bob, what did you think about the movie Tangled?
Man, that's harsh. Jeez. I think Tangled had a funny horse. 3 out of 4.
Okay, Bob's talked me up. He talked me up. I was borderline, and then he was like, remember the good times, the horse times. So yeah, I'm also gonna do a 3 out of 4. KZ, what did you think about the movie Tangled?
How did he snipe my review? Yeah! Got him.
Vengeance.
I feel so much better now.
3 out of 4. It's my second favorite film we've seen.
And Feel?
Well, if I was 12, this would probably be a 4 out of 4. But I'm not, but I can still recognize that it's a pretty good movie, so 3 out of 4.
Oh, okay. That's basically what I said when I was 17. Wait, no, when I was 14 years old and went to see the Pokemon movie in theaters, and my aunt was like, "How was the movie?" And I was like, "Let me tell you how cool anime normally is." And she's like, "Listen here, you little shit."
You were big and strong back then.
I was a very mature anime connoisseur. I watched anime Japanime on Saturday on
I saw
Sci-Fi.
Dragon Ball GT.
Oh.
Step into the Grand Tour.
No, I didn't step into that once. I was watching Project A-ko, which I would like to note has aged like fucking wine. Project A-ko is great.
Bob's GT review. I don't like Pixar. 2 out of 10.
I haven't seen Project A-ko. I just know that the joke is that A-ko is Superman and Wonder Woman's daughter.
See, that isn't really the joke, but it actually...
It's a joke.
It's fucking, like... I didn't realize that until I rewatched it last year.
Yeah, no, you had, like, it's just a random little
It's literally
Easter egg at the end.
the weirdest stinger of like, well, have a good day. And then it just, yeah, no, that was weird. Anyway, we should probably talk about our Gamer Premonitions. I'm going to lead the charge this time. No reason at all. I'm just going to go first. Okay, I have so many good premonitions here.
Why are you leading off?
Somebody might think you're a little bit nervous.
No, I'm not nervous.
I mean, you let off in the last episode. This seems a little weird.
No, it's fine. I'm just gonna lead. Look, guys, I'm just gonna lead the first set of premonitions, and that'll be okay. Okay.
Dan's like, I only have one idea. I just need to get this one out.
Before Daisy takes it.
Takes my singular idea.
No, apparently I'm cursed already.
I think there's going to be a city escape sequence across the rooftops while they're being pursued by Heartless. I think that's going to be a really amazing looking scene, just like it was in the movie. I'm not going for a plot thing here. I just want to see certain mechanical things that were in the game, and I chose this one first for some reason. It's probably going to play the Escape With Me song from Sonic Adventure 2 is my guess. I don't know if they can secure those rights, but that's my guess. I think that's going to happen.
Maybe remix it.
Probably. Maybe get
Skrillex
in to remix it, yeah. KZ, what's your first premonition?
So in the climax of the film is that they end up beating the villain by cutting off Rapunzel's hair. And my prediction is they probably want you to still be able to have her in your party, and her main combat is through that hair, so they're probably not going to do it.
Yeah, it's probably not going to go all the way to the
I
end.
even had that on my list. I'm like, they won't cut Rapunzel's hair, but KZ, that might not be the case because they were perfectly fine sucking Buzz Lightyear into the void.
I know. Kingdom Hearts is unpredictable. I'm rolling the dice on this one.
That could be the very last cutscene. Buzz Lightyear just gets sucked into the void at the very end of the game.
Yeah, that was in the, what is it? The Final Battle trailer is the name of that one?
Yeah. I was like, is it just killing Buzz Lightyear?
Meanwhile, if I had said they're going to kill Buzz Lightyear, you all would have roasted me straight into the ground.
But then we would have eaten so much crow.
Which is why when that game comes out and has a cheese puff stealth segment, you're all going to be eating so much crow.
Now when the Monsters Inc. world is revealed that all of the ideas we stole from you are real.
Damn it. Yeah, I'll just be upset. So that's the full premonition there. They won't cut her hair. You're rolling the dice on this?
Yeah, I'm rolling the dice that they won't cut her hair.
Yeah.
Or it just won't be permanent.
Okay, so I'm gonna sidechain on that.
I swear to God, if they cut her hair and then just shoot a keyblade beam at her hair to make it come back, I will shit my pants.
That's almost what actually happens in the follow-up to Tangled.
What? There's a follow-up?
There's a follow-up to Tangled?
Yeah, there's a TV show.
What? Okay.
It's like 2D animation.
What? All right.
Okay.
Man, we should have researched this.
Bob, what's your first premonition?
I'm gonna grab this before someone else does.
Yeah.
There will be a frying pan keyblade. Like that will be the keyblade you get for the
That was in
PvP.
the new trailer.
That was in the trailer.
that
I was gonna say you got it from here.
But that was the mouse thing, the Ratatouille.
No,
wasn't it?
in the new trailer, he's using like a keyblade form and making a giant frying pan and hitting Heartless with it.
I thought that was a Ratatouille thing. Okay.
No,
So
that other thing is a Ratatouille thing.
Okay, I was thinking that was.
Wait, actually, no, that isn't. No. No, because they have the symbol of the sun on the underside of the frying pan.
Okay, never mind then.
Wait, is that how that works? Never mind.
I mean, I have to use another one. That one's already gone.
That's true.
We gave him the information so that things can be fixed.
Well, I think it's still a fair premonition because
I
most people would assume you got it in the Frozen world, which is where they showed it.
Had we recorded this sooner, you would have gotten away with that.
It's true. Oh well.
If KZ and I hadn't gotten sick, we could have recorded this before that trailer, and everyone would have looked like an idiot who hadn't seen that trailer. Bob, what's your...
So my actual premonition for this one.
That was a fake.
That was a fake premonition.
He was checking that you all watched the trailer closely.
Oh man, Bob juked us.
So Rapunzel's gonna join your team, of course. I feel like she's going to have a ability where she can actually bind enemies, and then he can they'll be stuck in place. You'll be able to command her to do this, and then you'll be able to get combos on them. I think that could be pretty neat.
That'd be pretty neat.
Yeah.
Make it that weird, like how it's wrapped around people, and when she's interrogating what's his face, Flynn. So that's something, right? Nobody's gonna say, oh, that was in the trailer too, right?
Bob's premonition stands. So say at the council.
Mr. Feel, what's your first premonition?
I think I'll go with the weird plot one first.
Yeah.
So watching this movie made me kind of realize that Organization 13 is probably, in every world they're in, they probably have a secondary goal beyond the 7 lights. Like they're looking for Davy Jones's heart in Pirates World, which is a very Kingdom Hearts item to want.
Yeah.
Right, like everybody seems to want a box.
And Vanitas wants the Scream, which is also a very Kingdom Hearts thing to want. So Marluxia is going to be in this world for the light drop that gave Rapunzel's hair the magic, and he's going to want to cut Rapunzel's hair because he doesn't know that makes it quit working.
Yep. Yeah.
That seems reasonable.
Yeah, that seems incredibly reasonable.
So there's going to be a part where he's trying to cut it with his giant scythe.
Do you think that the grandmother, or sorry, the godmother, or whatever you want to call it, Gothel, is going to fight him to try and stop it?
Maybe. I'll get into more. If nobody else says the prediction, I have one about that too. So I'll save that.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta.
We don't want to.
We don't want
jump
to
the gun.
conglomerate all of our predictions into a macro prediction. Yeah, okay, so that was round one. I'll go ahead and start off the second round. I have a premonition that I think Gothel will try to convince the Heartless into, or Organization 13 rather, into separating the couple, Rapunzel and Flynn, just like she convinced the two goons in the movie, right?
Okay.
But I think this is going to backfire and she will somehow be corrupted by them or something else similar to that, and it'll result in a boss battle against Gothel. I think they might build that up a little bit more.
That, I think, is definitely going to happen. I think instead of her falling off the tower and turning to dust,
Which, holy shit,
she'll get turned into a Heartless.
Yeah.
That was, I was like, oh man, she's gonna, she won't even fucking make it. Oh man.
I mean, the dark sequence of Pascal, like, putting out his tongue and tripping her out that window, like, whoa, dude.
That was raw.
He looked you
was.
in the fucking eye. He's like, I'm gonna kill her.
I got this, bro.
Okay, here's another one. Here's another one related. Marluxia is going to look at Pascal and be like, nah, and decide not to turn Pascal into a Heartless because a giant chameleon Heartless would be stupid.
Oh, wow.
Especially if it would, like, cloak or something.
I actually was sitting here thinking it would happen, and I had already made the judgment that a giant chameleon would be stupid. I was like, they're going to do it. It's going to be stupid. It wasn't one of my premonitions, but I kind of figured that would happen. So it's funny for Mr. Field to go the other way. You know what, Mr. Field? Why don't you go second for the second round of premonitions?
Alrighty, I'm going to snipe Bob now.
Okay.
Because I'm sure he has one like this.
Oh, no.
Actually, I'm not going to snipe Bob. I'm going to do a different one.
Okay.
Because I like this one more. So they have the running gag that they can't get Flynn's nose right on his wanted poster.
Uh-huh.
There will be a wanted poster for Sora with a wrong nose, and it will be drawn by the manga artist.
I don't
So
know
it'll
how
just
his
look like-
nose. I don't know.
Does
how
he
his-
have a nose in the manga?
Yeah, does
So
he?
it'll be like some Sora with like Usopp from One Piece's nose. And Sora's like, that doesn't look anything like me. And it'll be drawn by the manga artist. Because they draw a lot of really goofy faces on Sora in the manga.
I think.
That's good. That'd be a deep cut.
Okay, I want one for all of the party members, and Donald is just a pelican.
No, or Donald is a pelican or a photorealistic duck. And
I gotta go find my photo.
The first thing you do is draw a circle, then you draw Donald Duck.
and Goofy is like almost JoJo-esque.
Disney's like, what the fuck is with this animation?
Hey, they're into it as long as it makes money. They did that whole album of Japanese Eurobeat versions of Disney songs.
I didn't know about that, but yeah, that's pretty Disney to just not even care. Does it make money? Who cares? Just do whatever. Good thing that's working out for Star Wars. Hey, Bob, you haven't gone with the second premonition.
Well, this would be a third, but...
No, we're still on our second.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought you meant gone second. Got it. Yeah, I can
You
go.
would be the third person going in the second round. That's
Yes.
what I was
Yes.
saying. Yep.
Yep.
Bob, what is your second premonition?
Let's see. Feel has me scared. I'm gonna do my Final Fantasy prediction. I feel like
That was the one I was going to snipe.
okay. I feel like this world has a lot of similarities to Final Fantasy
You're
9.
a kind man, Phil. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
So I want either Beatrice or Steiner to replace the guy who rides Maximus, because that guy really is hardly a character. Like he's just compared to pretty much everyone else, I felt like he got the short end of the stick. They could replace him with anybody.
I mean, he literally
Steiner would be really good in that role because Steiner is similarly kind of goofy. Like, Steiner and the horse have almost the same personality.
Yeah,
It's
which
true.
is great. You know, I feel bad for that guy. You know, he got upstaged by his horse by like
seconds
miles.
in.
Yeah, no, he can't compare.
And then Zidane also was really similar to Flynn, so he could really fit in well too.
Like, they go to the thug bar and Zidane is there.
Yeah,
Right.
the snuggly duckling. Yeah.
And you can have Locke from Final Fantasy VI there too.
Because he could be in everything. Why not?
I mean, he could. Well, but what
Or
if he
you could
was?
have them as other wanted posters, like an Easter egg.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
why
can
not?
see that. And then put Mighty and Ray.
No!
You,
Why not? Sure. Go for
okay,
it.
there
Fine.
we go. Hey KZ, what's your second premonition, I guess?
Oh, I guess.
I guess go ahead.
Let me use one of the ones I don't think anyone else has. It's one of the smaller ones.
Mm-hmm.
So, Maximus, the horse.
Yeah.
I predict at least, I almost want to say at least twice, but at the very least is going to have a moment in this world where he just assaults Donald Duck. It's going to happen, and I'm just going to lose it.
Yeah, me too. I feel like just that one scene would be worth a $60 entry ticket.
And they're ranting, and Donald is only making angry duck noises, and the
Yeah.
horse is only snorting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be good. Oh man.
I had to pick between that one or Maximus fist bumping Sora with his hoof,
Also good.
but I really like the Donald assaulting one the most.
Yeah. Yeah, because you get some classic Donald yells, you know?
Yeah. That and Donald's an asshole in this, so he deserves the hit.
But yeah.
But it's okay, though. He dies.
Okay, so now we're on to the third round of premonitions. I'll go ahead and start this round. I think in the Tangled world, there's going to be a sequence where you have to navigate the tunnels using the light from Rapunzel's hair as the major and perhaps only light source. You know, it's going to be almost complete darkness, and her singing is going to light up her hair and guide the way through.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a bit more branching path and a bit less a single tunnel, you know?
Yeah, like expanding that area to make more diverse.
To make it a sequence
And this
instead of
would
just
be
one
another
hallway.
chance for Nomura to just slowly squeeze Final Fantasy 15's neck, because it had a lot of winding caves like that.
Yeah, no, that's a really good
They'll make
point.
them wide enough so it's enjoyable to get through it.
Right.
And there'll be actually things worth collecting in them.
Now, if you'll remember the first episode of this podcast, I believe there was a statement by Dan that was, I'm going to make sure that nobody starts the predictions more than once because that would be a little bit imbalanced.
What?
I feel like we've gone through a character arc here.
I don't...
It's okay if it's Dan.
Look, just like the new Smash Ultimate lets you adjust the handicap per character on your local settings, I looked at the meta, I looked at the balance, and I decided some things needed buffing and other things needed nerfing.
I'm going to put KZ at 200%.
KZ starts at 200%. I start with a home run bat.
No, you just pick Ganondorf every time.
Yeah, I start with Ganondorf with that fucking air duster thing where he just blows a torrent
Oh
of
my
wind
God,
and it's
that.
the cheapest shit. Hey, KZ. Sorry, we would have gotten to your third premonition by now, but somebody was complaining about the meta. Can you go ahead with your third premonition?
The meta. All right, so in the various like trailers and some stuff earlier this year, one of the things they're really pushing with, especially with the Tangled world, is look at the town and how it has, people in it this time.
Yeah.
And there seems to be like a bunch you interact with. There's like a dancing mini game they showed in the trailer last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
And-
showed like everything for this world.
Yeah. Like I feel like you'll go up to NPCs in the Tangled world and they'll give you like extra objectives that you can do throughout the world. So my prediction is you'll have some sort of side quests or like hints to go do some other objectives by talking to the NPCs.
You have to get an egg for a pterodactyl back.
Maybe they'll hint where the pudding heartless are that appear in that last trailer when the beat drops, and it's so hilarious.
I thought the Flan Heartless was my favorite design I'd ever seen.
It's so good.
I was like, these people are so bold, such visionaries.
They'll even give you a hint about other worlds. They'll tell you where in Hercules' world you can find the Olympus Stone.
Oh my god.
Holy shit, finally.
That's right. We need that thing.
It's important, I
No
hear.
one has found the Olympus Stone in your video thumbnails yet.
Really?
No.
Jesus Christ. Good job,
We've
Bird.
had it there.
Good job, Bird. You win. Everyone loses. They had by, as of yet, there have been approximately 11,000 chances.
Now, when the art was being made, I'm like, where did you hide this shit? He's like, it's behind Bob. It is in the opposite place that Bob is looking.
That's so good. Let's see. Third premonition. I guess feel.
All right, I got a real minor one. I'll just throw out a little tiny one. There will be a gag where Sora does the smolder.
Oh, it took me a second to remember what that was.
Because there's the part where Flynn is like, don't make me do the smolder. And he tries to make like the smoldering bad boy look. I think he's going to do that early in the world. And later on, Sora will try to do it.
That'd be pretty
I
good.
need that.
Yeah, you do. I think that's just for you. I think that's...
I
work
want
on Riku?
at the end of the world for Goofy to do it.
Oh no.
And for it to work.
Well, everything works for Goofy.
And yet I'm a weirdo for my premonition about Goofy at the end of the Pirates world. Okay, I see how it is. No, I understand.
Okay, maybe that was a problem.
No, see, they're going to go to this world before Pirates.
That's where he learns.
You're right. There's a high possibility of that.
Yeah. Bob, you haven't gone on your third premonition
No,
yet,
I haven't yet.
Bob, would you like to go fourth on your third premonition?
No.
Oh, well, that's the only option left to you, so
Oh, well.
I'm sorry.
I guess I have to do this. Let's see.
I think lightning will be there. It'll be real cool.
I do have a lightning prediction. Do you want me to read that one?
Would it be an episode of this podcast without a lightning prediction?
Oh man, it's time for Bob's armpit segment of the week.
Bob Video Games armpit segment of the week.
Okay, this is actually a really good one.
All of them are.
You should put an echo effect on that bumper.
We've seen Rapunzel's tower. We've seen Rapunzel's tower in the trailers.
Yes.
I think that it's always, we've only seen it from one angle. We're going to have a second tower directly behind it, obscuring this tower. It's going to be where Lightning keeps her sister Sarah to stop her from being taken away by any horrible men.
Oh, I thought you were going to say where Motomu Toriyama keeps lightning.
Oh no.
Well, yes, but inside of that tower, there's a smaller tower.
Wait, hold on. He's just keeping her in a tower. Like, what magic does he want from her? Breast milk? Like, what's going on?
Look, he doesn't have any higher goals.
He just takes her socks every day and uses them as his coffee filter.
Motomu Toriyama is just Creed, please.
At it again, God.
I would say that you all have ruined the sanctity of Tangled, but the movie fucking starts with, so, now that you're, looks at camera, 18.
She doesn't wear shoes, I think, at all the entire movie.
I know. It's just so hard to divest that from the weird intro of, so, you're 18.
It's an important fact.
I don't...
Just need to let people know.
And I think
Just letting you guys know.
Just throwing it out there. All the Dead or Alive characters are 18 years old. Just need to put that out front. All right, go on.
Disney's like, just so you know, all drawn art on the servers 18 years or older. Wow, Disney, that's a really fucking weird thing to open your Blu-ray with.
That's like when the incest series goes, well, they're not related by birth.
You know, everybody makes that joke, but Aura Emo didn't even have that.
No, it didn't.
No.
No, the other series they did have that.
Yeah, because
Because they pulled a punch.
right. Their publisher wouldn't let them get away with everything they wanted to, so they had to change that one thing.
You can't do it again.
I won't let you.
There's just like a SWAT team surrounding his house.
God damn it, it's my editor. He called the cops again.
He tries to escape, but his ankle bracelet goes off.
Okay, we're coming up on our 4th premonitions.
Final round.
Dan, why don't you go? You haven't gone first yet.
Oh, I was gonna let Bob go, but now that Mr. Field says I haven't gone first yet,
Yeah, go ahead, Dad.
that
You
is a
deserved it. You
That
earned
is a
it.
good point. I have been very patient and waiting to go
Shoot
first.
him.
I think the jailbreak sequence is going to be a lot more involved. Flynn's going to get locked up with the main crew, and you're going to have to escape with Flynn. I think it's going to be a pretty involved segment to like working through all the doors and stuff to get outside legit.
Combat rooms.
Yeah, combat rooms, but not Inti style.
Yeah, that seems likely because they, in that new trailer, they show Flynn riding the horse, which is very clearly the end of that set piece.
Yeah, it is the end of that set piece. That's true. It did show him on the horse in the trailer. I think, and this sounds weird, but I do think that I think escaping the prison is going to come off as a little Dynasty Warriors-y, the scale of the battles as it scales up. Because if you've seen Tangled, you would know that he catapults out of this area that has like 100 soldiers running at him, if not more. Like hundreds of soldiers pouring in. I feel like, instead of being soldiers, maybe it's heartless. But I think they're going to bring some of that scale to the combat, and, you're going to have to accompany him all the way to the catapult and escape with him.
Okay,
So
you don't think that the Sora and team will have to stay there fighting the enemies while he gets away?
I think it could go either way, but I do think just so they can have the cool rooftop moment of
yeah.
escaping the city, I think they are going to get on the catapult with him, but you're going to have to defend a bit to help get him out. There's going to be a little bit more scale. Little appetizer for that later scene we keep seeing in these trailers where it's like a billion Heartless versus Sora. I feel like it's like hey, we can do that scale of thing. Let's do like a mini version of it here in this Tangled escape sequence from the prison. I think that's something they're gonna do.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
Hey Bob,
Hey,
have you gone second
I think I've gone
on the
second.
4th premonition?
I'll do it again. I haven't done it on the 4th premonition, so yeah, sure.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead, Bob.
Okay.
Cunts.
I think that they're all going to, like, the full gang of guys. So Sora, Donald, and Goofy, as well as Flynn, are going to be sneaking into the tower at the beginning. And they all get knocked out and shoved in the closet by Rapunzel.
Holy Jesus
yeah,
Christ!
it's going to be a full closet.
She's
it's
just gonna like wrap you all up with her hair and hit you all at once with one frying pan to knock you out, or
No, they're seeking one at a time.
one at a
and
time?
She just smacks him with the frying pan. Is
And
to come
throws
in.
him in.
Yes.
like some Looney Tunes crap.
Yeah.
Now she just hits Donald.
The rest just pass out because they've seen how much damage it did.
They're like, Donald. The whole game's gonna be worried about Donald getting hurt or dying.
She just hits Flynn, and it's like one of those desk toys where the ball smacks back and forth.
Yes.
The
A little
force
bobblehead.
just smacks all of them together, and they all go down.
It's good.
Oh, you're talking about the executive ball clicker? It's gonna
Yeah.
be like that. They'll just keep slamming. So, KZ, have you gone third on your 4th premonition?
You said numbers, so I think Feel should go next.
Oh, okay. Hey, Mr. Feel, what's your 4th premonition?
I have a lot of good ones, so what should I go with? I'll just go with a simple one.
Feel writes a novel every episode.
I think one of the things Nomura is aiming for with this game is to kind of like strip away the obvious rough edges that because even Kingdom Hearts 2 felt like it didn't have that huge a budget
Right.
compared to like Final Fantasy X. So I think one of the things he's doing is taking away dumb video game shit, and I don't mean like fun things. I mean like you get a new magic in a menu completely divorced from context.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things I think will happen is that all magic will be actively given to Sora in this game, and he will specifically get Cura or Curaga in the Tangled world.
I was actually thinking something along those lines, but I don't know, man. Like, as much as I want that to be real, I'm like, that's...
Like, I don't think it'll just be beat a boss and up in the corner it'll be like, you got Cura.
Right, it's not...
I think he'll get, like, some part of the sun drop and get Cura or Curaga.
Like, no shit. I'm not lying or fucking with you. This was gonna be one of my premonitions, and I sat there and I was like, are they bold enough? Are they crazy enough to animate this many cutscenes and like all that just to give you a spell? Like these moments to legitimately like, you got that thing, instead of it just being a pop-up that says you got that thing.
Well, they can just do it in engine. It doesn't even have to be a cutscene.
It's true. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It just has to have meaning. And part of me is like, that's a level of commitment that I feel like I'm going to get roasted for implying that they're going to have. So I'm not going to say this, and then I shelved it.
Well, they're probably gonna, because, like, it's too big. What, he's not gonna get Blizzara in the Frozen world?
No, he's going to get that in Pirates.
He's not. Well, no, there's a water spell, so that'll be what he gets in Pirates.
No, he's going to get crabs. He's just going to get the ability to summon crabs.
He gets frozen abilities from that guy who knocks out his, takes off his frozen toe.
Oh God, the toe gets put into his hand, and it's like you acquired the power of ice, Blizzard.
This is not okay. I regret this.
You're gonna find a way to bring back that reference from Pirates in every episode, aren't you?
Casey, he's just trying to make you remember why you love that movie so much.
4 out of 4.
It's because it's Frostbite Toe.
Who doesn't love Frostbite Toe?
No, it's not, but we can pretend it is.
Casey, what is your fourth premonition?
All right, so my fourth premonition is, since we had a scene in which they recreated the Maximus charging across the field for the final act, I feel like they'll have some sort of course where you can actually ride the horse and like go through rings or some stuff and time trial related stuff, because they have something similar in Big Hero 6 from one of the trailers, and I feel like they could just easily reuse that as a special like challenge. That and it's a completely different gameplay style that they can just implement in there.
I always really enjoy stuff like that, and I do think you're right here. Like, I really do think that's gonna show up.
So here's a crazy mini game that Nomura might do because he's insane.
Okay.
Because this is not only Nomura's vengeance match against being taken off Final Fantasy 15, it's also kind of his vengeance match against the first 2 Kingdom Hearts games.
He hates everything.
He might redo the vine swinging minigame from Deep Jungle, but you're doing it with Rapunzel.
God, this is fucking insane. That literally was another fucking thing I thought about writing down, and I'm like, no, don't do it, Dan. This is insane. I literally had that same thought.
We are stealing your thoughts.
Well, these thoughts I buried before you stole them. It's like you dug up my thoughts, and you're like, hey, we're hanging out and having a fun
this podcast recording was delayed, so that's why.
I was just in Dan's backyard with a shovel.
He's like, hey, KG, what are you digging up? And he's like, oh, the corpse of Mega Man. But no, that would be really cool. I'd really like it if they did that. It's still good. It's still good, though.
I gotta go find the lore first.
I think
Inti Creates is good at lore. They can write all that.
They're a good doctor. They can patch
They
you
have
up.
a lot of systems.
Oh my god.
And words, really good words. They've got a lot of them.
We just gotta open Mega Man's corpse's mouth and fucking plunge her in some cyber elves. That'll fix him.
So one of the things I was thinking would be hilarious but incredibly unlikely to happen is that when they get to the Snuggly Duckling, because that happens before you get to the village most likely. I don't know that for a fact, but I assume it's going to work out like that. You get tested on the dancing mini game that comes up later so you can fit into the musical number. And if you don't dance well enough, they don't let you in the secret passage and you're just sort of like outcasted. So you have to walk. You have to walk down a normal path that's longer to get to the village.
I thought it was going to be that, or you'd get a fight sequence if you failed it.
Right, see? Exactly.
I want them to boo you.
I also want one where the barroom fight starts and Donald is just like, stand back, and like walks forward, and you don't see any of it. You just hear the result. And then Donald is just like walks back, dusting his hands, and there's like guys through walls. There's like 3 guys hanging from the rafters.
What is Donald Duck?
Donald Duck's like, omae wa mo shinderu.
Have you read a Donald Duck comic, Bob?
I guess
He
not.
kicks the shit out of people all the time.
It's true. He is an angry little man.
I need to find that. There's that comic where he drowns someone.
Yeah, I posted it a couple days ago where he drowns Goofy for accidentally smacking him with his fishing pole.
Yep,
Wow.
that's a thing.
Donald is a good guy.
But there's a Donald comic where Scrooge McDuck, where he quits working for his Uncle Scrooge, and Scrooge's response is to buy everywhere else he gets a job and fire him.
Oh my god. This is...
And Scrooge shows up and even literally says word for word, I with my billions of dollars, you will never have even the most horrible job. And Donald's response is just to beat the shit out of him.
I mean,
Just pummel this old man.
to be fair,
How
when
many times we
cornered-
gotta teach you this lesson, old man?
One thing I thought was weird.
Yeah.
You see in the trailers, they make like the boat sequence where there's the lighting the flying
The lanterns,
lanterns
yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Where is Sora and the gang? Like my premonition was going to be they were on a separate boat right next to him, making the whole sequence just kind of awkward. It's like being the third
They
wheel
showed
from.
it in like the Xbox events trailer.
Yeah.
Where they show like Rapunzel and Flynn having a moment, and then it like pans outside, and it's just the three of them just sitting out going, "Whoa!" looking at all the lanterns. Like
Flynn and
ghosts.
Rapunzel are just making out and like 3 feet away. Sora and the others are in a book, just like or in another boat, just pointedly looking in another direction.
Well, gosh, look at that. Isn't it pretty?
Sora doesn't know what love is. He's an action figure. He doesn't have a PP.
Sora starts taking notes for the next time he sees Riku.
That's terrible. No, Sora's just really confused
I was
about the ideas of friendship and romance because he's still in the closet.
God.
Sitting there calling him an action figure is really, disempowering him.
Seeing them like when Rapunzel gets to town and then the girls like braid her hair, I was just dying.
God damn it.
It was like they did her a braid.
The twink of life.
I have one more that I think won't happen, but I really want it to just because I love stupid things like this.
And Phil has to get it off of his chest. Go ahead, Phil.
I hope Maleficent is in the Tangled world, and I hope her and Gothel are acquainted.
Yes. Yes! God damn!
Oh my god!
Yeah.
We're reading off the same page! Yeah, no, I absolutely fucking want that. 110 fucking percent.
And I want them to not really like each other. So it's like, "Hello, Maleficent," and then Maleficent says Gothel like in the same tone as Newman.
They're snippy bitchy witches.
Maleficent Seinfeld! Oh man. That means Pete is George. This is the best.
Oh no. Does that make Goofy Kramer? Who's Kramer?
Hades.
Yeah, it's Hades.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Gamer Premonitions. Series like this are only possible via the support of our patrons, so if you enjoyed it, consider becoming one of those. You can find more stuff from KZ Excellent over at kzexcellent.com and Mr. Feel at his Twitter account, Mr. Feel's Wild Ride. There are links in the description below, and don't forget to go vote on who had the best premonitions. And be sure to come back next week for Frozen. This GigaBoots video was brought to you by the help of our executive producer God Kings, Vincent Bover, Nicholas Cameron, E. Lee Broyles, Brendan O'Sullivan, Star Falcon, Spaceman Spiff, Danny Richardson, Dryzart, and Wardanas. Thanks, God Kings. And also these guys. Now, wait, okay, I thought it was a Cave Story song and now it's Kirby. What the fuck is going on here? Where do we keep getting these rips, Bob?